Good morning students. Today our next topic for discussion is tenses. So let's start. First of all, let us understand that what is a tense. The word tense means time. Students, this word tense means time. What time? The time when an action take place, like now or in the past or will take place. So students, always remember this word tense. The tense means time and the time when the action take place, like now, in the past or will take place in future. There are three tense forms of verbs in English. There are three tense forms of verbs in English, namely the present tense, second the past tense, and third one is the future tense. There are three tense forms of verb in English: present tense, past tense, and the future tense. Today in this video lecture we will discuss about the present tense. First, present tense. The present tense also contain these four parts. Number 1, the simple present tense. Second, the present continuous tense. Third, the present perfect tense. And number 4, the present perfect continuous tense. Students, in this video lecture we will discuss first of all these 2 points of present tense. Okay, the first, simple present tense, and second, the present continuous tense. The simple present tense. What is simple present tense? The simple present describes an action, an event or condition which is occurring in the present when the action is done. Means this simple present tense always describe the action, whatever the action is done, an event or the condition, but which is occurring in the present at the moment of speaking or writing. Or we can say that the simple present tense is used to describe an action that is regular, true or normal also. This is the structure we will discuss in next slide. See here, this simple present tense shows present action or condition. Examples like I hear you, here comes the bus. The present tense also shows general truths like the sun rises in the east, and also shows non-action or habitual actions like I like music or I get up early in the morning. So always remember students, the simple tense describe an action that is done in the present at the moment of speaking or writing. Okay students. Now let's see structure of the simple present tense. How we can form or how we can sort out that the sentence is in the simple present tense. So this is the formula, or you can also say this is the structure of the simple present tense. First, affirmative form or positive forms. Subject plus base form of verb means first form of the verb plus object, and also subject plus base form of the verb means first form of the verb plus s or es plus object. Now let's see. Students, in simple present tense, first of all, this is the formula of writing the simple present tense, means sentence. First of all, we write subject, then verb first form, then object. When we use the first form of the verb, when the subject, always remember when the subject is plural, when the subject is plural. Plural means we consider I, you, we, they in the plural. So when the subject is plural means I, you, we, they, we use first form of the verb, then after that object. But when the subject is singular and we consider like he, she, it, he, she, it, or any person's name in singular. So when the subject is singular, we always use s or es with the main verb and then object. See the example. I play. I play, this is the first form of the verb. You play, we play, and they play. But here, if we are using the singular subject, then we use s, or we can use es also. Okay, like he plays, she plays, it plays, or you can say Ram plays. So students, always remember, in simple present tense we use first form of the verb with the plural subject, and if the subject is singular we always use s or es in the main verb, then object. First of all, you have to write the subject like this. See the example. You speak French. This sentence, we can say that this sentence is in the simple present tense. And how we can say that? See, you speak French. You is a subject here, speak is a verb, and French here is an object. You, we consider you in the plural. So here what we have done, we only use the first form of the verb speak, not s or es. So you speak French. You have to sort out this verb. If the verb is in the first form, if the verb is first form of the verb, so this sentence is the simple present tense, is in the simple present tense. See, he speaks French. Here we use s. Why? Because of this formula. We know that in the simple present tense, if the subject is singular, we always use s or es in the main verb, then object. So this sentence is in the simple present tense. Students, again I am telling you, this is the formula of formation of the simple present tense, or you have to, if you learn this formula, then you can sort out whether the sentence is simple present tense or continuous tense or other tense. So you have to learn this formula, that in this simple present tense, first of all we write subject, then first form of the verb, and then object. But condition is this, that when the subject is singular we use s or es in the main verb, then object. But if the subject is plural, we always use first form of the verb, not s or es, then object. And this is called affirmative sentence, or you can say that the positive form of the simple present tense. Now second, how we can make the negative sentences of simple present tense. So this is the formula for it. Again, students, always remember, we always start a sentence with a subject, okay, the doer of the action. First, subject, do or does, plus not, plus base form of the verb, means first form of the verb, then object. This is the negative sentence for simple present tense. In negative sentences, always remember, students, when the tense is simple present tense, we always use do or does. We always use do or does with the negative sentences, and for the negative we always use not. This not. So first of all we use subject, then do or does. Do with the plural subject and does with the singular subject. In the previous slide, I have told you singular subjects means he. We consider singular subject like he, she, it, or any person name in the singular. And do with the plural subject. Plural means we consider in plural I, we, you, they. We consider these words in the plural, okay, or any plural word you can say. And with not. So subject, do with the plural subject, does with the singular subject, plus not for the negative. Then base form of the verb means verb first form, then object. This is the formula and you have to learn this formula. Always remember students, whenever we are using do or does, we always used verb first form, okay. We do not use s or es, okay. S or es, when we use s or es, when the subject is singular and with the positive sentences. But for the negative sentences, we use this helping verb also, like do or does before not. See the example. He does not speak French. This is the simple present negative sentence, okay. So this is subject he, singular subject. What we choose here, does for the singular subject, then not, then base main form of the verb means speak is the verb, main verb, and then object French. Again see you, we consider you as a plural. So you, what we choose, do for the plural, then not, then main verb, then French. Always remember student, we never use s or es in the main verb when we are using do or does. With the do or does, we always used first form of the verb. So you have to learn this formula also for the negative sentences for simple present tense. Now third one, this is the procedure of how to make interrogative sentences for the simple present tense. This is the formula. See, when we are going to make interrogative sentences, we start the question with do or does. Again same, do with the plural subject or does with the singular subject. If the subject is singular, then we start the question with does, but when the subject is plural, we always start the question with do. So this is the interrogative sentences. First of all, we have to start the question with do or does according to the subject. Same, do or does plus then subject, then the main verb, then object. Again remember students, with the do or does, we always use base form of the verb, means the first form of the verb. This is the formation of the question of yes no question. Yes no question means the question, or when the question start with do or does or with the helping verb, these questions you can answer them in yes or no. So these questions are said to be yes or no question. Means, do you speak English? Yes, I speak English, or no, I don't speak English. So these questions are said to be the yes no questions. So always remember students, whenever we are making the yes no questions, we always start the question with do or does when in the simple present tense. Okay, do with the plural subject and does. See the second example, does he speak English? Does for the singular subject, he is the subject, speak is the main verb. We use here first form of the verb, then object. This is the procedure how to make the interrogative sentences for the simple present tense. This is the formation of yes no question. Now second, WH question means in these question you can't give the answer in yes or no. You have to give the reason also. Like, first of all, see the example. Why do you like fast food? Now answer this question. Yes or no? No. For this question, you have to describe this, that why do you like fast food? Okay, I like fast food because explanation. So these questions are said to be the WH question, in which you have to give the answer in detail, not in yes or no. Okay, for the formation of these type of question, procedure is same, but one before do or does, you have to add the WH word, question word also, like why, what, whom, where. Okay, so this is the formula, that first of all we have to use WH word, then same do or does choice according to the subject. When the subject is singular, we use does. When the subject is plural, we use do. Then again base form of the verb means first form. Why we are using here first form? Because of the do or does. This is the rule, that we have to use first form of the verb when we are using do or does. Then object. See the example here. Why? Why is the WH word. Do, why we are using here do? Because of you. You, we consider you in the plural. So do you like is the main verb and fast food is the object. So this is the formation how to make question means interrogative sentences for the simple present tense. Students, you have to learn all these formula. Okay, like let us recall. First of all, in simple present tense, what we use? Subject, verb, then object. And for the simple present tense, always remember students, when the subject is singular, see, let's see the slide again. This is, you have to learn this. Again I am telling you students, see, when the subject is singular, we always use S or ES in the main verb, then object. But when the subject is plural, we use only first form of the verb, then object. This is the positive sentence for the simple present tense. For the negative sentence, subject, then do or does for the negative. We are using here do or does, do with the plural, does with the singular. Then not, then first form of the verb, because here we are using do or does. Always remember, when we are using do or does, we always use first form of the verb, then object. This is the negative sentences. And for the interrogative sentences, two types of interrogative questions, like yes no question or WH questions. For the yes no question, we always start the question with do or does, then subject, base form of the verb, then object. Base form of the verb means here first form of the verb. And for the WH question, we use WH word before using do or does, then subject, then first form of the verb, then object. Students, always remember, you have to learn all these formulas. Now our next tense is second part, the present continuous tense. First part simple present tense, then second part is the present continuous tense. So first of all, let's see what is present continuous tense. The present continuous, or you can say the present progressive. The present continuous calls attention to the continuing nature of an act, event or condition. Or we can say that we use the present continuous tense to show we are in the middle of an activity that is in progress at this moment. The activity started in the past and will go on in the future also. Or we can say that the continuous means किसी भी काम का लगातार होना, किसी भी काम का लगातार होना, that is called the present continuous tense. Means the work, the activity started in the past and will go on in the future also, or still we are doing the work. Means this time I am teaching you, so this is also the present continuous tense, the activity that started in the past and will go on in the future. Okay, or we can say that the activity that is in progress at this moment, किसी भी काम का लगातार होना, that is the present continuous tense. For this, see the structure of the present continuous tense. Positive sentences. Present continuous tense, this is the formula of formation of present continuous tense, or you can sort out whether the sentence is in present continuous tense or any other tense. See this formula. Again we have started here subject. Now we are using here the helping verbs. Subject plus is, are, am. Not these all you have to use with the same time. You have to sort out whether you have to use is, are or am according to the subject. I am telling you students, first of all you have to write subject, then is. Is, we are using is here for the singular subject. When our subject is singular, we use is. When the subject is plural, for the plural subject we use are, and for I we always use am. These is, are, am are called the helping verbs. Okay, then plus present participle form, or we can say that in the main verb we use ing, then object. This is the formula of present continuous tense, means subject plus is, are, am plus verb first form ing plus object. Is for the singular subject. Singular means he, she, it or any person name. Are for the plural. We consider plural they, I, you or any plural word, and am with the I. Then ing, then object. Now let's use this formula in a sentence. The dog is barking in the garden. The dog here is the subject. For the dog we use is, because the dog is a singular subject, then we use is. Then next we have to use the ing in the main verb. The main verb is here bark, and according to the formula what we have done, we use ing, because this is the formula that we have to use ing in the main verb, then object in the garden. This is the formation of present continuous tense. Subject, helping verb, main verb, then object. According to the subject we use is, are, am, then in the main verb ing. Okay, we have to use ing also whether the subject is singular or plural, but we have to use ing whether the subject is singular or plural. But we have to change this helping verb. This helping verb should be changed according to the subject. When the subject is singular we use is, when the subject is plural we use are. See here the next example. They are dancing in the ground. Here this is the subject they, and we consider they in plural, then we use are. Then dance is the main verb, but we have to use ing. So dancing, object in the ground. So this is the present continuous tense. This sentence is in the present continuous tense. Again student always remember, present continuous tense means किसी भी काम का लगातार होना in the present. Third, I am playing in the ground. I. For the I, this is the formula that for the I we have to choose, we have to write am. Then again playing, in the main verb we use ing, then in the ground is the object. So you have to learn this formula that for the present continuous tense, subject is, are, am, main verb ing, then object. Next, second, how to form negative sentences in the present continuous tense. Again there is a formula. See students, In simple present tense, we use for the negative not. Always remember, for making the negative sentences, we always use not. So this is the formula or formation of negative sentences, but in the present continuous tense. Subject plus is RM according to the subject, plus after these helping verb not, then main verb means first verb first form plus ing, then object. Always remember students, whenever you are seeing this continuous word, the continuous tense, we always use ing in the main verb. See the example, I am. Why we are choosing here am? Because of I. This is the rule, that for the I we always use am helping verb, then not, then main verb learn, and in learn we use here ing, then object. So this is the negative sentence of present continuous tense. He is not doing his work. He subject is, why we have chosen here is because of this subject. Subject is singular. For the singular subject we always use is. So he is not. For the negative, do. For the do is the main verb, and according to the rule we have to use ing also, then doing. His work is the object. See the third example, they are not playing in the ground. They are not playing in the ground. Here they is a subject and this subject is a plural. We consider they in plural. Then for the plural, what we have to do? We have to choose one helping verb. We have chosen here are, then not, play is the main verb, and for the main verb was first form ing, then object in the ground. So according to this rule you have to make the sentences, or whenever you read any sentence like this, they are not playing in the ground, you have to sort out that whether this sentence is in which tense. Then according to this helping verb and main verb, you always see this helping verb and main verb, then you can sort out whether this sentence is in which tense. According to this is the negative sentence of present continuous tense. So you have to learn this formula. Subject is RM, not plus verb first form ing, then object. This is the formula of formation of negative sentence for present continuous tense. Now third one is interrogative sentences. How to make interrogative sentences for the present continuous tense? Again, two formulas are there for the yes no question and for the WH question. Yes no question, in that question you have to give the answer only in yes or no. And what is WH question? Means in this type of question you have to give the reason also for the question. See, interrogative. In interrogative sentences for the present continuous tense, we always start the question with the helping verb. For the yes no question, like is RM, we always start the question with is RM, means is for the singular, R for the plural subject, and M for the I. If the subject is singular, then we start the question with is. If the subject is plural, then we start the question with R. But if the subject is I, then we start the question with M. So is RM plus subject plus main verb, present participle form of the verb means verb first form ing, then object. Don't forget students, we always use ing in the main verb in the continuous tense. When you see that the tense is continuous, then you have to use the ing in the main verb. Okay, so see the example, are they coming here? Yes, they are coming, or no, they are not coming. Okay, so these type of questions are set, that yes or no question. See, we start here with are. Why? Because the subject is they. So are they, subject they. Present participle form means verb, first form of the verb plus ing, then object here. Next, is he doing the work? Is. Why we have taken here is? Because of the subject he. He is, we consider he is in the singular. Okay, so here we use is. Is he doing? Doing ing because of the rule, first form of the verb plus ing, then the work is the object here. This is the formation of interrogative sentences of yes no question. Now WH question. WH question, only one thing you have to do, that you have to use WH word before the using of helping verb. Okay, same pattern, but only you have to use here before the helping verb WH word. WH word is RM according to the subject, then verb first form ing, that is called the present participle form, then object. See the example here. Why is he going there? Here why is the WH word, is helping verb, subject he, according to this subject we are using here is, then going, main verb go, first form of the verb, then we use ing according to the tense, because this is the continuous tense, then there is the object here. Okay, so students, you have to learn these two formula also. So in today's lecture we have learned what is a tense, okay, and about the simple present tense. Simple present tense, how to make positive simple present, negative and interrogative, and the second one is present continuous tense, how to make the positive present continuous, negative and interrogative. So students, see this video lecture again and again and try to get the chapter, these 2 points, and also you have to learn the given formulas also. Okay, thank you students.